Well, tonight, a group of police chiefs from the western suburbs making a plea for safety and an invitation to the public to work with them.
They say they're witnessing a level of gun violence they've never seen before. The chiefs sat down with Tom Lydon of the Fox 9 investigators.
At a Brooklyn Park strip mall yesterday afternoon, a confrontation of some kind quickly becomes a shootout. 3 men with guns and more than 20 shots fired. And it's hardly the first time. In the last year, the gun violence here at 63rd and Zane has become so casual, so fearless, even in broad daylight. The shock value has worn off.
What's happening here?
We have no idea, Tom. We have no idea, but we're trying to figure out what is happening here.
So Nicole Lee is a neighbor who has joined activists like the Reverend Jerry McAfee in patrolling this strip mall.
It's not going to be as simple as giving them a hug. It's not going to be that easy.
You know that.
But something is missing, something's not right. And, it could be a lot of things. They don't respect the police department anymore. They don't respect themselves by being out here doing what they're doing.
So I talked to 3 of the business owners here on this strip mall, and they don't want to go on camera. Quite frankly, they are just too scared of retaliation. But they told me they don't blame the police. They say the police come by here all the time, and every time they arrest someone here, it's just a revolving door of the courts and the jail, and they're back out really fast.
And it's not just one strip mall. It's a level of gun violence in some suburban communities that seems unprecedented.
There's a reason you guys are here today. You think something has changed.
I've never seen the gun violence like it is. It really started probably late spring, early summer.
These 5 police chiefs from Brooklyn Park, Crystal, Maple Grove, Plymouth, and New Hope say they're worried, and they've been quiet until now.
I really just want the community to know what's occurring here, because they have a right to know.
Take Brooklyn Park, where shots fired calls are up 55% over last year. In the last year and a half, they've had 146 shootings, 49 people struck by gunfire, 4 people killed. They've recovered 55 guns, and the violence is spread across the city.
We've seen about a 20% increase in violent crime in Hennepin County alone.
The chiefs believe the spike in crime is caused by a combination of factors: the pandemic, the murder of George Floyd, the easy access to guns. But the tone, they say, is set in Minneapolis. The drive-by shootings, the street racing, and a general sense of lawlessness that is spreading to their cities.
Can I see a show of hands? Are you all seeing the drag racing phenomena?
Yeah.
You're all seeing that?
Street racing.
Street racing.
Yeah.
In the city of Plymouth, just this spring, we've had 2 pedestrians struck and killed. One of those was resulted from a street race.
We need to come together now and say, when is enough enough? I literally thought that the death of those 3 children in Minneapolis might get some different thinking or different connections with the police, and it hasn't, right? And God forbid that could easily be any of us, that could occur in one of our cities, right? And we want to get ahead of that. But again, we can't do it by ourselves, and we can't do it if we continue to be told we're not legitimate or we cannot be trusted.
And the chiefs say they're getting little cooperation these days, even from former allies. Because the Defund the Police movement has portrayed all of them as illegitimate and occupying force in their own communities.
We had a homicide last summer where when we show up to scenes, we become the problem.
How much do you think the rhetoric coming out of Minneapolis City Hall affects crime?
When people hear that, it emboldens them that even our elected officials are saying that they don't trust the police and they employ the police.
But right after the tragic homicide of George Floyd, we see this shift. And we see the shift of the lack of respect of police, right? And it's because of the credibility factor. The issue that we're facing right now because of that is the complete lawlessness that's going on in some of our cities. And we have to try to figure out a way to combat that. And the only way, at least in my humble opinion, is that we have to figure out our residents who are asking us, what are we going to do about violent crime?
What I hear you saying is the rules have changed. and we don't know what the public wants from us.
100%.
Correct. You can't tell us one thing to go out and actually, make a traffic stop because you're seeing the speeders and folks that are doing the drag racing one day, and then the next day say to us, well, you can't do traffic stops because now horrible things are happening to people.
But arresting people isn't working either. Brooklyn Park police tracked 61 gun cases, and the vast majority of suspects got little or no jail time. Consider James Klein, a convicted felon who's not allowed to carry a weapon, shot at officers after he was caught buying ammo at a Walmart last March. A month later, he's out of jail on a signature bond, and 3 weeks later, he's in Utah in another shootout with police.
The fact is that a lot of these folks, unfortunately, are getting out rather quickly and then committing the same crime again. When you talk about carjackings, several folks are committing carjackings and they're either getting let out of jail within a very short period of time and committing the crime again. And then we sit back and we wonder why this is happening.
All these chiefs have made reforms. They all have embedded social workers in their departments. But they also understand the optics of being white law enforcement and believe they need to do a better job recruiting from marginalized communities where a different perspective and experience is needed most.
Have you all lost police officers who have
Yes.
said, I'm just done?
Yes.
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 Significant numbers?
Yes.
We're all having problems getting the people to come work as a police officer. We need the people that have not yet applied for law enforcement to apply. Come work in our communities. You might have the next great answer that will help us.
We're not here to say our departments are perfect, right? And I've shared this with my community. We can do police reform and address violent crime.
We tried to tell them years ago, y'all, here's what happens. Something go down over north. They run to Brooklyn Center, they run to Brooklyn Park. You all have to create synergy with Minneapolis. You're fighting the same battles.
How do we bridge this gap? They don't know what to do. Police arrive on a scene. They don't have credibility. They're relying on people like you who do have credibility in the community. What's the answer here?
I'll say several things. Before there's ever a prognosis, you got to do a proper diagnosis, and many times you got to examine how you got to where you got to. You've known me for a long time.
Yep.
I've not changed. The city never wanted to hear anything we said. We told them they were going to get here. They just didn't believe it.
They certainly believe it now. And while the chiefs are finally talking, they want the communities they protect and serve to know they're also ready to listen.
It's intentional that you didn't hear from us.
What was that?
Nobody wanted to hear from us for 15, 18 months. And we finally just decided, for the betterment of our community, we got to say something.
Tom Lydon, Fox 9.